what can you expect from the online self-assessment at BBE and how you should prepare for it? So I would like to say that it's just a formality for them to see who cares enough and to filter out the students who can do one relatively short test to get the exam invitation. So you should for sure do it. It's a mandatory step, but it doesn't matter how well you do it because the score is not graded at all. So in 2024 and 2025, it was used as a potential tiebreaker, but it was never used in the end. So in 2026, they just got rid of it completely. So like of the grading part, that is why there is no time limit. It is not supervised. And the parts are just there to see if you would like to apply to BBE, the expectation and interest part, and also where more or less you stand in your preparation for the subject part. Now let me break down those parts for you. So the platform will guide you from part 1 until the last part. There are 7 main parts, and it starts with the introduction part where they tell you more about the campus and what life in Vienna is like. Then you have the subject part consisting of 3, so English, mathematics, and economics, just like the exam. And then you have the part with expectation and interest, where they ask you what you expect from the studies and explain you how they actually will be like, so that you can make a choice. What should you still apply to BBE, or is it not kind of in line with your expectations? But of course, the introduction part with all the campus pictures will get you, and you will most likely continue with your application even after the OSA. So the subject part, the most important part, what you might be wondering about, it has 3 parts, and the questions there are more surface level. They're a bit easier than the exam ones, so don't expect the exam questions to be as easy as the OSA ones. But you should still treat the OSA, even if it's ungraded, as a little trial test before the entrance exam takes place, because the format is the same. You have a question, you have 5 statements about it, so that matches. Usually you do the OSA before the final deadline on the 28th of May noon. So my advice would be to prepare for it as you would prepare for the entrance exam, and then take it around the middle of May or beginning of May, just to have enough time to revise any knowledge gap you spot. So the idea for economics, the main thing here is to read the economics book once and not get overstressed about the questions that are outside of it, because on the OSA, for some reason, there are a few questions, for example, about the Federal Reserve or other things that are not mentioned in the book. And those questions are there. They're relatively general knowledge ones. So progressive income taxation, for example, if you're applying to an economics-based degree, you probably have heard about it and you can answer questions there. But in general, don't worry about them. Don't try to stress and learn more things that are outside of the book, because on the actual entrance exam, they will never ask you questions outside of the book. So don't worry about those, because I received a question about that. Thank you for watching this video, and follow for more videos where I will break down the subject parts of the actual entrance exam so that you know what to expect.